Welcome to the Trackpads Military Podcast, where history, leadership, and heroism come alive. Today's episode explores how military history is preserved through museum ships. Jason's new book, Uncommon Valor, Medal of Honor Stories from the Battle of Iwo Jima, is now available in Kindle, paperback, and a collectible hardcover edition. It's the first in a 10-part series exploring the incredible stories of Medal of Honor recipients from World War II. Meticulously researched and vividly told, Uncommon Valor takes readers deep into the brutal battle for Iwo Jima, honoring the Marines whose acts of heroism changed history. From the chaos of the beach landings to the iconic flag raising atop Mount Suribachi, this book captures the grit, sacrifice, and spirit of America's highest military honor. To learn more or grab your copy, visit militaryauthor.com, and please follow Jason on Amazon to be informed of future releases. How military history is preserved, museum ships. Museum ships represent a unique and deeply impactful method of preserving military history, providing immersive, tangible connections to our maritime heritage. These vessels are not merely static relics of the past, but vibrant educational platforms that offer first-hand encounters with naval technology, warfare tactics, and the personal stories of those who served. Visitors aboard these historic ships experience history vividly, walking the same decks sailors once occupied, examining original artifacts and equipment, and exploring exhibits that detail naval evolution across centuries. Preservation and restoration of museum ships involve meticulous effort and dedication, ensuring these vessels remain authentic windows into historical moments. From iconic warships like the United States ship Constitution and the United States ship Missouri, to innovative submarines like the United States ship Drum, museum ships honor past sacrifices while highlighting technological advancements and naval strategies. Through interactive tours, veteran engagements, and digital innovations, these maritime museums educate and inspire, underscoring the vital importance of maintaining our naval legacy for future generations. The importance of preserving military history. Museum ships play a vital role in bridging the gap between the public and naval heritage, offering visitors an intimate connection to the maritime past. Walking the decks of historic vessels allows individuals to personally experience environments once occupied by sailors and Marines. These immersive experiences translate abstract historical concepts into meaningful personal connections as visitors explore tight corridors, cramped bunks, and powerful artillery stations. The authenticity of these settings helps visitors visualize and better appreciate the daily realities faced by naval crews in times of war and peace. A significant value of museum ships lies in their preservation of original artifacts and technology, providing future generations access to authentic historical resources. Carefully maintained weapon systems, navigation instruments, propulsion machinery, and communications equipment serve as critical educational tools. The direct examination of these technologies allows historians, students, and researchers to analyze developments in naval engineering and combat strategies. Such preservation ensures an accurate historical record, enabling detailed study of innovations that influenced maritime history and warfare. Museum ships provide unparalleled insights into the evolution of naval warfare and ship design, illustrating dramatic technological progress over time. By exploring vessels from different historical periods, visitors witness firsthand the shift from wooden sailing ships to ironclad steamships, and eventually to modern steel warships powered by advanced propulsion systems. The progressive changes in armaments, armor protection, radar technology, and crew facilities vividly demonstrate how navies continuously adapted to new tactical challenges and technological possibilities. This visible evolution emphasizes how necessity in wartime accelerates innovation and fundamentally reshapes naval architecture and strategy. Honoring the service members who served aboard these historic vessels is central to the mission of museum ships. Each ship represents countless personal stories of bravery, sacrifice, endurance, and camaraderie during pivotal conflicts. Dedicated exhibits and commemorative displays highlight individual sailors' experiences and heroic deeds, offering deeper emotional connections to historic events. Regular ceremonies, veteran reunions, and remembrance events aboard these vessels ensure that the contributions and sacrifices of naval crews remain appreciated and visible in public memory. Beyond historical preservation, museum ships significantly contribute to national identity and cultural pride. Iconic vessels, such as the United States ship Arizona, His Majesty's ship Victory, or the United States ship Midway, become powerful symbols, embodying the spirit and resilience of their respective nations. They serve as sites of collective remembrance during national celebrations, memorial days, and patriotic ceremonies. The pride inspired by these vessels fosters a deeper public appreciation of national heritage, reinforcing a shared identity grounded in maritime accomplishments and historical achievements. Notable examples of museum ships: the United States ship Constitution, affectionately known as Old Ironsides, holds the distinguished title of the oldest commissioned warship afloat. Launched in 1797, this iconic frigate played a critical role during the War of 1812, where she earned her legendary nickname after British cannonballs bounced harmlessly off her robust wooden hull. Today, berthed in Boston Harbor, the Constitution continues to serve as an active symbol of America's maritime heritage. Visitors to the ship can experience firsthand the meticulously preserved decks, cannons, rigging, and crew quarters, offering an immersive journey into the era of early American naval warfare. The United States ship Missouri stands as a historic testament to the conclusion of World War II, as it was on her deck in Tokyo Bay that Japan formally surrendered to the Allied forces on September 2, 1945. As an Iowa-class battleship, the Missouri represents the pinnacle of battleship design and firepower, combining speed, armament, and resilience. Preserved as a museum ship at Pearl Harbor, Missouri, invites visitors to walk in the footsteps of history, exploring locations such as the surrender deck, massive gun turrets, and internal compartments. Its presence serves as a powerful reminder of both the end of conflict and the enduring quest for peace. Docked prominently in San Diego Harbor, the United States ship Midway showcases the extraordinary history and development of carrier aviation. Commissioned shortly after World War II, the Midway served an impressive 47 years through the Cold War, Vietnam conflict, and the Persian Gulf War, highlighting the evolution of naval aviation and technology. Visitors aboard Midway gain a vivid understanding of aircraft carrier operations, exploring the expansive flight deck, hangar bays, bridge, and crew living spaces. The ship's impressive collection of vintage aircraft further illustrates advancements in aerial combat and carrier-based tactics throughout the decade. The United States ship Alabama, a South Dakota-class fast battleship, epitomizes the power and sophistication of American naval engineering during World War II. Commissioned in 1942, she provided crucial support in major Pacific theater engagements, demonstrating versatility and resilience against enemy attacks. Now anchored at Battleship Memorial Park in Mobile, Alabama, the ship provides detailed insights into wartime naval operations, armament, and crew life aboard a battleship. Exploring her mighty 16-inch gun batteries, armored decks, and engineering spaces gives visitors a profound appreciation for the formidable capabilities of World War II-era battleships. The United States ship Texas, now preserved at Galveston, Texas, is distinguished as the last remaining dreadnought-style battleship and served in both World Wars. Commissioned in 1914, Texas participated in critical operations such as D-Day at Normandy and bombardments supporting amphibious landings in North Africa and the Pacific. As a museum ship, Texas showcases early 20th century naval innovation, from her impressive main battery of 14-inch guns to advancements like radar and anti-aircraft systems retrofitted during World War II. Visitors to Texas can vividly explore the ship's historic spaces, offering a unique opportunity to understand naval warfare from the perspective of a ship that bridged the gap between two global conflicts. The United States ship Drum provides an intimate glimpse into the stealthy and dangerous world of submarine warfare during World War II. Docked alongside the Alabama at Battleship Memorial Park, Drum completed 13 war patrols in the Pacific, becoming one of America's most successful submarines. A visit to Drum offers a striking perspective on life beneath the waves, as guests maneuver through tight compartments, observe torpedo rooms, and examine the intricate controls used by her crew. Drum vividly demonstrates the ingenuity, bravery, and demanding conditions experienced by submariners, enhancing public understanding of undersea combat's strategic significance. Preservation and restoration efforts. Maintaining decommissioned museum ships presents significant challenges, primarily stemming from rust, corrosion, and exposure to harsh weather conditions. Ships constructed from steel, like battleships and aircraft carriers, are continuously vulnerable to oxidation, causing structural deterioration that demands vigilant attention and constant care. Saltwater environments further accelerate these issues, requiring museum teams to engage in rigorous maintenance routines. Preservation specialists frequently apply protective coatings, conduct structural assessments, and perform meticulous repairs to counteract the persistent threats posed by corrosion and environmental stressors. Restoring museum ships to their original wartime appearance is a meticulous and historically precise undertaking. Preservation experts must often reverse modifications made during the ship's later years of service, carefully stripping away layers of modernizations or alterations to accurately reflect the vessel's condition during significant historical periods. Restoration involves refurbishing decks, repainting hulls with period-specific colors, reinstalling weaponry, and replicating original markings. These efforts help visitors authentically experience the ship as it appeared during pivotal historical moments, enhancing both historical accuracy and educational value. Historical accuracy in ship restoration depends heavily on thorough research utilizing archival records, historical photographs, technical manuals, and first-hand accounts from veterans. Detailed blueprints and original documentation enable restorers to recreate interiors and exteriors accurately, down to minute details, from the arrangement of combat stations to exact paint shades used during wartime. Veteran recollections also significantly enrich restoration processes, offering insights into daily operations and living conditions aboard the ships. Integrating these first-hand experiences ensures restored ships resonate with historical authenticity, creating meaningful, tangible connections for visitors. Securing sufficient funding remains an ongoing challenge for museum ship restoration projects. Government grants frequently provide critical resources for large-scale structural preservation, safety improvements, and initial stabilization projects. Additionally, nonprofit organizations often spearhead fundraising campaigns, harnessing public donations, corporate sponsorships, and special events to finance ongoing maintenance and restoration efforts. Museums and memorial foundations may also host fundraisers, public outreach programs, and educational workshops to engage the community, raise awareness about preservation needs, and build a sustainable financial base. Volunteers and veterans play a pivotal role in the preservation and restoration of museum ships. Many veterans contribute invaluable first-hand knowledge, bringing unique expertise about shipboard systems, operational protocols, and historical context. Volunteers often handle daily maintenance tasks, guide restoration activities, lead visitor tours, and assist with educational programming. Their passionate commitment not only helps preserve these historical vessels, but also fosters a vibrant community around maritime heritage, ensuring museum ships remain engaging, educational, and authentically reflective of their storied pasts. Educational and interactive experiences. Guided tours aboard museum ships provide visitors with detailed insights into both the historical significance and everyday life aboard naval vessels. Expert guides explain how crew members performed their duties, from operating complex machinery and weaponry to managing daily routines in cramped living conditions. By exploring spaces such as galleys, crew quarters, engine rooms, and command centers, guests vividly experience the human dimensions of naval history. These tours not only highlight pivotal battles or historical events, but also bring attention to the often overlooked aspects of daily shipboard life, enhancing visitor appreciation of naval service. Museum ships often feature extensive exhibits showcasing diverse artifacts, historical documents, and multimedia presentations to complement visitor experiences. Original uniforms, personal belongings, equipment, medals, and rare documents are displayed prominently, connecting visitors directly with tangible pieces of history. Multimedia displays such as interactive screens, audio-visual presentations, and digital recreations further enrich visitor understanding, providing context and narratives around exhibited items. These exhibits help visitors visualize historical scenarios and engage deeply with the stories and artifacts, transforming abstract history into tangible, accessible experiences. Hands-on learning opportunities such as interactive simulations, historical reenactments, and youth educational programs significantly enhance visitor engagement aboard museum ships. Simulations allow visitors to actively participate in scenarios like navigating a ship through difficult waters, operating naval equipment, or managing combat situations. Historical reenactments involving costumed interpreters vividly recreate events or daily shipboard activities, making history exciting and accessible. Youth programs, tailored specifically for school groups and young visitors, foster deeper historical understanding through interactive activities, encouraging students to explore naval history creatively and interactively. Engaging with veterans aboard museum ships provides visitors with rare opportunities to hear firsthand accounts and personal stories directly from those who lived history. Veterans offer unique perspectives, sharing memories, anecdotes, and reflections on their service experiences, significantly deepening visitor connections to historical events. These personal interactions often evoke emotional responses, fostering empathy and greater appreciation for the sacrifices and bravery of those who served. Regularly scheduled veteran talks, question and answer sessions, and commemorative events aboard these vessels help maintain personal connections to the past, bringing history vividly to life. Museum ships have adapted effectively to modern audiences by incorporating digital technologies and virtual tour offerings, significantly extending their educational reach beyond physical visits. Virtual tours and online interactive exhibits allow people from anywhere in the world to explore historic ships remotely, using detailed three-dimensional models, virtual reality platforms, and interactive multimedia. Digital archives, interactive websites, and mobile applications enhance accessibility, enabling remote learning and increasing engagement among younger, tech-savvy generations. Through these digital innovations, museum ships remain relevant, dynamic, and widely accessible, preserving maritime history for future generations in an increasingly connected world. Challenges and future of museum ships. The high costs of maintaining museum ships present ongoing challenges, as preservation involves significant financial investment and sustained effort. The complexity of upkeep, including regular inspections, repairs, painting, and corrosion management, places considerable strain on already limited resources. Funding for these critical activities often depends on fluctuating government grants, charitable donations, and fundraising events, creating financial uncertainty. Without stable and substantial funding, the ability to effectively preserve these iconic vessels over the long term remains continually at risk. Balancing historical accuracy with visitor accessibility further complicates the preservation and exhibition of museum ships. Curators and preservation teams must carefully navigate between maintaining authenticity and providing safe, accessible environments for public tours. Installing modern conveniences like ramps, railings, and lighting often conflicts with original ship designs, requiring thoughtful solutions that minimally impact historical integrity. Achieving this balance demands constant innovation and careful planning to ensure that modifications enhance visitor experience without sacrificing historical authenticity. Museum ships face an ever-present threat of being permanently lost due to neglect or insufficient support, emphasizing the urgent need for sustained preservation efforts. Historical vessels, particularly older ships, can quickly deteriorate if left unattended, accelerating structural damage and decay. Examples of significant ships lost to neglect underscore the necessity of public awareness and proactive preservation initiatives. To prevent irreversible loss, advocacy groups and historical societies continually emphasize the importance of supporting museum ships through donations, volunteer efforts, and public involvement. Efforts to integrate modern technology into museum ship experiences represent a promising direction to increase public engagement. Cutting-edge technologies such as virtual reality, augmented reality, and interactive digital displays provide immersive visitor experiences, bringing historical narratives vividly to life. These technologies allow visitors to virtually participate in naval battles, explore restricted areas of the ships, and visualize historical scenarios with greater realism. Successfully incorporating these innovations not only enhances educational value, but also attracts younger, technology-oriented audiences, ensuring continued public interest. Building public interest and broad-based community support remains critical for the future viability of museum ships as active educational sites. Museums frequently develop creative outreach programs, community events, and marketing campaigns designed to generate excitement and deeper public appreciation of maritime history. Effective use of social media platforms, online educational resources, and targeted youth programming can significantly boost public awareness and engagement. Sustained community involvement, volunteer participation, and dedicated advocacy are essential in ensuring museum ships continue to serve as enduring symbols of maritime heritage and education. Conclusion. Despite facing significant challenges including financial constraints, maintenance complexities, and balancing historical integrity with modern accessibility, museum ships continue to thrive as invaluable educational and cultural resources. Successful preservation relies heavily on collaborative efforts involving historians, veterans, volunteers, and public support, all committed to safeguarding these irreplaceable maritime treasures. Innovations such as virtual tours, immersive simulations, and multimedia presentations have expanded their reach, ensuring ongoing relevance and appeal to diverse audiences. Ultimately, the future of museum ships hinges upon continued community engagement and recognition of their critical role in national heritage. By fostering public appreciation and securing robust financial backing, these vessels can continue offering enriching educational experiences. As living memorials and dynamic platforms for historical exploration, museum ships will remain essential in preserving the legacy of naval history and honoring those who served. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of the TrekCast Minute Podcast. If you'd like to dive deeper into more stories of courage, leadership, and battlefield history, visit trackpads.com for articles, podcast archives, and exclusive content. You can also explore the library of military history books and ongoing series by visiting militaryauthor.me. Whether you prefer to read, watch, or listen, there's always more to discover. Until next time, keep exploring, stay inspired, and remember, the lessons of the past shape the warriors of the future.